Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you all have had a good week. Wanted to go live today with my 5 on Friday, and hopefully something I say will help to encourage you. So anyways, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Well, actually, it's a day late, but anyways, we'll just say happy Grateful Day to everyone out there. I hope you had a good one. And ours was interesting. Amelia decided to make a feast, and unfortunately we didn't have a lot of people come to eat it. My niece ended up waking up not feeling well, because thought she had a migraine, and she ended up feeling a little better in the afternoon, and so she came with my brother-in-law, her dad, but she didn't stay very long. She was definitely not feeling well. But so anyways, when I heard that she was maybe not going to be able to come, they weren't going to come, I put the word out to a bunch of groups and people I knew, trying to get anybody I could over here to eat this wonderful meal that Amelia had made, because I didn't want her to be disappointed, and of course she was very upset that nobody could come. But anyways, turns out after putting the word out to a lot of people, we only got one person to come, but I guess one is better than none, and it was actually my friend, the Reverend Sandy, who is this nicest woman from the church down the street, and she actually ended up bringing me back a vase I had given her over the summer with some flowers in it from my Project Joy, and in the vase, there was this butterfly, you guys can see that, which I had not given her with the vase. I'm not exactly sure why she brought that back with the vase, but after I was doing when I was doing the dishes, I was looking at it, and all of a sudden it kind of connected to me. I don't know if you guys believe in signs or not, but when my sister was dying, we had said to her, please send us a sign, that you're okay, and one of the signs was a butterfly. And it's actually a pink butterfly, which makes it even more interesting because that was her favorite color. And so I really felt like that was a sign from my sister, that she had sent Sandy to have dinner, or she came for dessert with us. And that it was her saying she's here. So anyways, I hope that brings you guys encouragement, or anybody who's grieving right now, because I know that a lot of people have a really hard time, even a harder time this time of year with loss. So anyways, it wasn't a total loss, but hopefully next year we can get more people to come. So anyways, moving on, I wanted to give an update about my mom. Actually, I went to see her on Wednesday. We do not bring her here for Thanksgiving. We don't take her out. She's just not mobile, and it's just way too confusing. But anyway, she wasn't great when we saw her. She kept saying she was hungry, and we knew she had already eaten lunch. Tried to give her a snack, and she didn't want it. She was not in good mood at all. And then yesterday when I called her to talk to her, she had the craziest delusion going. I'm really worried she might be having another infection, especially with the wounds on her bottom, although they tell me they're getting better. But when I called and asked her how she was, she told me she was in jail. Now, that is a new one. I've never heard that one before, and that one was quite disturbing. She kept saying she didn't do anything wrong, and I kept saying, well, what happened? And I wasn't really getting much, but of course then that turned into, come get me, I want to go home, which is very difficult to hear, especially when she thinks she's in jail, which has got to be horrible. So I called and talked to the nurse. Of course, it was somebody that didn't know her, and she thought this was just her normal delusions, and I'm like, no, this is not. She said she could call the doctor, but I said just keep a watch on her. If things get worse, let me know. And she didn't. Hospice went in this morning. It was not my regular nurse again either, but she said she was eating and she was pretty good. Wasn't talking anything too crazy, so I'm hoping everything's okay. But yeah, it's really hard to hear that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's what's going on with her. Oh, and then we had this whole situation with her glasses. I got her new glasses, and I still haven't figured out which are the new pair and which aren't. She was wearing some glasses when I got there on Wednesday that were definitely not hers. So, and then I ended up with a bill for over $200, which I'm now fighting because I don't even know how that happened. I was told that that visit was supposed to be covered under insurance. So anyways, and I've decided to talk to the Medicaid guy, and he said we're okay to wait until January to start that process. So hopefully I can just take December off and maybe breathe a little, which would be nice. And then things in my Etsy are dead. Only thing I have to work on right now is the holiday houses, which I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. I'm hoping I can get some more sales for those. I'm gonna put a reel out on that. And then the dogs for Thanksgiving. It was Penny's first Thanksgiving. And let me show you this cute little bandana we got for her. It says, hang on, let's see if I can get it. It says, you see it right here? Let me see. It says, my first Thanksgiving. So we got one for Indy, and she got the little turkey one. And we had one for Zoe too. And then Amelia made these little pup tarts, I think they're called, for the dogs. As you can see, they're little mini pumpkin tarts for dogs. And so one's gone. They've already enjoyed that one. So anyways, that was a fun thing to do. Let me flip you guys back around. So that was a fun thing to do with the dogs. And then I just wanted to end talking about the hostages. I've been watching CNN all morning, and thankfully we've got some of them that are back home in Israel, which is amazing. So thankfully we're in the process of getting them home. We need to bring them all home, and hopefully that will happen soon. I can't even imagine what these people have gone through, but at least it gives us hope that we're getting some of them back. And I also just wanted to end with a little bit of prayer. Oh, hey, Teresa. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving with your family. And I saw this prayer actually was from Pope Francis, and I just wanted to read it. Grant us peace, teach us peace, guide our steps in the way of peace, open our eyes and our hearts, and give us the courage to say, never again war. With war, everything is lost, and still in our hearts and courage to take concrete steps to achieve peace. And I really hope that's the process that's going to happen moving forward. So anyways, and also just, keep some people I know in prayer as well. Of course, Josh and his mom. Also, it's Transgender Awareness Week. So make sure we don't forget about LGBTQIA community, in support of them. Also, please say a prayer for my friend Kathy Sina, and then the pastor's daughter. Her name is Zesty. She's been having a lot of health problems. Hopefully she can get some answers. And my friend Mackenzie on Instagram, she and her husband had to come back from Mexico. They got very sick. And are now back, thankfully, here in the United States. And then my friend Liz on Instagram, too. She's been having a really hard time. And her husband has pancreatic cancer, and so please say a prayer for her. And if anybody else is in need of prayer, please let me know. And I hope you all have a good rest of the week, holiday weekend, and I will talk to you soon.